Hello guys, welcome back to the channel and we are back at it again. So in this video we will be going over the new recollection bit and also the new Sukuna that just came out. And a lot of people have been telling me that this new recollection bit is probably one of the best recollection bit in the game right now. And also the new Sukuna is probably the best character in the game. If you guys don't know, this is on the JP side of the game, so Global does not have Sukuna or this recollection bit, so this is just JP, Japan servers. And then we are on the Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade Japanese fandom website, where they'll go through all the characters in recollection bit and you yourself can translate what they are saying, so we can understand as English players what the recollection bit and also what the characters do. So they've named this recollection bit Evaluation and Skills of the King of Curses. Alright, so now we'll go and check what it does. So it has a effect, and the effect name is Flashback to Curse King. Alright, so the first level 1 effect, so its level 1 effect occurs on special skill and grants shadow damage dealt to self increased by 85% for 2 turns, and it is reusable for 6 turns. That's pretty good. Grants shadow damage, which is nice. That's good. That's good. And then its level 2 effect occurs on special skill and grants shadow damage dealt to self increase by 90% 2 turns. So level 2 effect just means that if you have another dupe of the memory and you were to have gone and duped it, so you can potentially have this become a level 2, increasing 90% for 2 turns instead of 85% if you were to just have it by itself, I'm guessing. And then it has its own auto skill, King of the Curses, and this auto skill is after start of 7th turn, and once during the battle, grant yourself a 10% increase in spell power 2 turns. So so what I'm going to assume is that this recollection bit just buffs you, makes you do more damage, and that's what makes him so powerful. And if you think about it, you could potentially be making big numbers. And if I remember correctly, somebody did point this out, that this only works on blue characters, so blue units only. You cannot put this with any other colors. This recollection bit is only for, or to use its full effect, you need to put it on a blue character, which is Sukuna, Gojo, and all the other blue characters in the game. Alright, so that's it. I guess that's it for the memories. You're just doing big shadow damage, and you could potentially do 90%, and not only that, at the start of the 7th turn, which is crazy because you most likely would never get to the 7th turn because you're just doing big damage already with Sukuna, because Sukuna himself is really powerful. You'll be doing 10% more increase in spell powers, which is crazy. And spell power, yeah, that's something. Alright, so now we're gonna jump right into the character Sukuna. Alright, so Sukuna is a blue unit and he is limited, so if you guys skip him, you won't get him back until he reruns. So I don't recommend anyone skipping him. But also, I would understand if you have summoned for the first anniversary units, because they were also limited and now you're kind of out of currency. Yeah, you might have to skip him or push your luck to try to get him. Alright, so He does pretty good. He has pretty good damage on his taijutsu and his jutsu techniques, which is good. And also, you cannot put him on the same team with another Yuji Itadori character. So he himself, you really think about it, he is controlling Yuji, so it makes sense. But it is kind of a bummer that we can't use him with Yuji, because Yuji was part of the new Yuji that came out in the first anniversary. You cannot use him with this Sukuna. Alright, so we'll be looking at his kit. So his first skill is Know Your Place. And what his first skill does is, and we'll be putting all of this on level 10. So he deals 214.2% range jutsu damage to the selected enemy. He fills his own ultimate gauge by 100. Inflicts 1 stack of continuous damage equal to 20% jutsu by 3 turns. Multiplier of continuous damage is 20%. So his first skill can be multiplied for 3 turns. Wow, that is crazy. Alright, so now his second skill is Show Me. He does 350.4% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. 3 hits, so he can hit 3 times. Median chance of performing a critical hit. Increases own critical hit rate by 45.1% 3 turns. Increases own critical hit damage by 75.2% 3 turns. And then, if skill restriction status is active, change skill effect. Curse energy costs 0. Deals 451.2% melee taijutsu damage to the selected enemy. The more own cursed energy has, the greater damage increases. Increases the select enemy damage received by 45.1% 3 turns. So this skill basically increases your critical hit rate, also increases your critical hit damage. You also do big damage for your taijutsu damage. So this skill is more of a taijutsu, while the first one is more of a jutsu. But the first skill can multiply your damage for 3 turns, which is crazy. Alright, so skill 3 deals 240.6% range jutsu damage to the selected enemy. Inflicts 2 stacks of continuous damage equal to 20% jutsu 3 turns. If own curse energy is 40% or more, is 40 or more, change skill effect. Curse energy costs 40. Deals 481.3% range jutsu damage to select the enemy. Inflicts 2 stacks of continuous damage equal to 40% jutsu 3 turns. If curse energy is 90 or more, change skill effect. Curse energy costs 90. Deals 1203.2% range jutsu damage to the selected enemy. Inflicts 3 stacks of continuous damage equal to 50% jutsu 3 turns. Multiplier of continuous damage is 20%. If skill restriction status is active, skill cannot be used. Alright, so we'll be looking at his domain now, his ultimate. So his ultimate is named Domain Expansion Malevolent Shrine. So expand the domain 1 turn. Grants sure hit effect to self 1 turn. Deals 1684.5% range jutsu damage to all enemies. So his AoE attack. He does 8 hits in total. Inflicts 4 stacks of continuous damage equals to 50% jutsu for 4 turns. Multiplier of continuous damage is 20%. Activates skill restriction status 2 times. Cannot charge own ultimate skill gauge for 3 turns, increases the maximum amount of curse energy by 100 for 6 turns, recovers own curse energy by 200. Skill restriction status: some skills cannot be used, decreases by 1 at the start of each turn. Wow, so basically what this basically says is that he's gonna be doing big damage on everybody on the field, all the enemies. That is crazy. So looking at all the 3 skills, it seems to me that you want to upgrade skill 3, his ultimate, and then maybe go for his skill 1 and then go for skill 2, because it seems to me he's more of a jutsu type character, because his ultimate does jutsu damage. So you might want to just upgrade his jutsu skills and then maybe upgrade your taijutsu if you want to. But yeah, that is crazy. And I'm not gonna lie, every single one of these skills are so much to read. It's kind of crazy. He has so much kit in him. So combo ultimate effect. So this is when you do a combo with another character, or you do an ultimate combo with another character, increases own and the combo allies break damage by 10%. Deals 100% range jujutsu damage to all enemies, so he does an AoE attack, which is crazy. The percentage for the combo effect can be increased with dupes. A detailed view of what dupes do for each character will be added in the future. So he has some auto skills. So it looks like he has 2 auto skills. First auto skill is reverse curse technique. At the start of turn, recovers own HP based on the frequency of damage received. If a skill can hit multiple times, skill count as 1 damage received. If no damage received, recovers own HP by 6,500 with a chance of 20%. If receiving 1 time of 3,000 HP damage, recovers own HP by 6,500, chance 50%. If receiving 2 or more times of 3,000 HP damage, recovers own HP by 6,500, chance 85%. So this boy is just going to be healing himself, so he's never going to die. Basically, that's what they're saying. King of Curses. At the start of the battle, he grants poisons, darkness, so stun, confusion, immunity to self. So you can't poison him, you can't use darkness against him. That's crazy. Grants immunity to insta death effects caused by soul damage to self. Grants 30% flame resistance to self when critical hit is performed. Increases own damage dealt by 30% for 2 turns. Recovers own curse energy by 20. If receiving a 3,000 HP damage, 50% chance of increasing own taijutsu damage by 20% 2 turns. 50% chance of increasing own jutsu damage by 2 turns. If a skill can hit multiple times, still count as 1 damage received. Wow. So this guy, he basically is never gonna die. He hits hard. He's going to hit every single enemy on the field with his ultimates. Yeah, this guy might be the most broken character in the game. Just looking at it, he is the best character in the game. And the reason why I say that is because he doesn't leave the field. Unlike Gojo, like all the Gojo units except for Team Gojo, which is hidden inventory, this Sukuna never leaves the field. That's crazy. So this is why he is the best character in the game, because he just never leaves the field. Well, that's it for the video, guys. We went through all his kit. Make sure that you guys subscribe to the channel, join my Discord, join my Twitter, and join my Patreon if you guys still want to support and help the boy. But yeah, just going through all of them. Sukuna, best unit in the game. I'm out.